Hello, my name is Paul Sanderson. In this short demonstration I'm going to show you some of the advanced filter capabilities of Reconnoitre. In the display in front of you, you can see a case opened in Reconnoitre that I've previously created, which shows about 750,000 files and corresponding entries within volume shadow copies. Let's say for the purpose of this investigation we are just interested in files which are within the volume shadow copies. So we need to build a filter just to filter out all the others and show those files. Within Reconnoitre, the VSC date column for each file shows the date that the volume shadow copy was created. Now for files that are live files, this column or this row is blank, and for any file within a volume shadow copy it shows the appropriate date. So if we build a filter on this column, we can see just the files we're interested in. By moving the mouse to the filter icon in the column header, we can click on that and see a short menu which shows us, gives us 4 different options. All is effectively turning the filter off, it shows us all file. Custom allows us to build a custom filter, more of that shortly. Blanks shows any row with a blank entry, which is in our case any file which is not within a volume shadow copy, and the inverse is non-blanks, which is any file which is within a volume shadow copy, anything which has a date in it in this field. So we click on that, we'll see the SQL or SQL query is built, and we see that all rows now have a date within this field. And we can see down the bottom, we can see the SQL equivalent of this query. VSC date is not blank. Now let's enhance our query slightly and choose just JPEG files. So again we click on the filter builder icon for this particular column, and this time we choose custom. And we can show rows where the extension is like JPG. Because JPEGs have 2 types of extensions, JPG and JPEG. So down the bottom it says here we can use the underscore to represent any single character. Any single character is exactly 1 character, which is no good for us because we're interested in JPG and JPEG. Or we can use the percent to represent any series of characters, series also being no characters. So we put a percent within there and choose OK. We see our display is updated, which now shows any files within a VSC which have an extension JPG or JPEG. And again, in our filter panel we can see the SQL query has been updated. We can click on the custom button or customize button and save this filter for later use. We can see we previously saved it here. And we can of course go back and open a particular saved query. We can also use a little drop down icon here to pick up on filters that we've previously used within this Reconnoitre session. And we can turn off filters just by clicking on the checkbox next to it. So let's say we want to create another filter. So we just say, for instance, we are interested in files which in our current filter which also are within a particular size. Let's just say over 5K in size. So we can choose a file size is greater than 5,000 bytes. Choose OK. And we can see that the filter has been updated again. We have just JPEGs within a volume shadow copy with a file size which is greater than 5,000 bytes. That's all for now. More later. Thank you.